when you go straight to the attack, so let's say, maybe you break the grip and you start to go triangle, When you go triangle, sometimes the person posture up and bring the elbow inside, and when you see the person is already stacking you, right? So sometimes that happens very often when you are attacking from bottom position. Or maybe you break the grip and you go straight to the omoplata. When you go to the omoplata, go straight to the omoplata. Pass the leg over. When you pass the leg over, the person posture up, keep the knee there, and bring the elbow out. Okay? When you find this position, when you isolate the shoulder, you have all the attacks, and you make sure you secure your submission attack. You know, before you go to the, sometimes you're just shooting and you catch, right? But it's way safer, it's way like better if you find this control. Because from here, look at how many attacks I have. I can go Kimura and finish. I can start to bring this leg heavy to his shoulder and start to go to the triangle. Okay, look. I go heavy here to avoid him posture up with my heel, and I lock my triangle. Okay? Then from here, of course, I need to start to readjust to find the perfect angle to finish. Right? I can start to go to the omoplata, and now he's already heavy down. One of the most mistake people have in the omoplata, not mistake, problem, come stand up please, is when you try to lock in here, the person is too high, and the person starts to step over you. Okay? And they start to defend. When you bring the person down in this position, when you pass the leg over, the person most of the time is going to be already in their knees. It's way easier to bring the person down and start to come up here. Okay? The other attack that you have is a straight arm bar. I can start to find his wrist and start to attack against his pink, look. And I finish in the straight arm bar. The other attack I really like here is maintain the grip in the wrist, try to bring his arm towards to my chest, I control his wrist, and I start to go belly down, look. It's the other really good attack that I like to use. You see how the fact that you isolate the shoulder gives you guys all the options, and the submission is way more secure. Okay, I recommend you guys every time you have a chance, try to use that. Okay, you guys understand? Okay, so just one more time, all the attacks. So I can go, I can go Kimura, I can go triangle, I can go straight arm bar, I can start to bring his arm more to the middle, and he start to go belly down. I have all these attacks. So what I want is this, look. You guys gonna start in corner sleeve. The person on top is gonna give you 50% of your reaction here. What that means, you are not trying to pass the guard, okay? You are just trying to give a hard time to the person on bottom, to the person on bottom work everything you work today. Okay, so you're gonna try to palm lean, you're gonna try to isolate the leg between the legs. If the person do a very poor job controlling, you're gonna try to turn your hand to the side to make the person defending and try to recompose. And the goal of the person on bottom is try to isolate the shoulder. And when you get here, the person is gonna let you go to the submission attack. Okay, when you get here, you stop defending. Let the person go to the submission and switch bottom to top. But I want that drill is active. Okay, it's not to be here, break my grip, and let the person go to the attack right away. I wanna see action here. Okay, imagine you end up here during sparring, and you wanna put some action here. Okay, even in break the grip, if you want, you can. Okay, give a hard time to the person bottom, let the person bottom work hard. Every time the person gets submission, switch bottom to top. You guys understand? Yeah? Want you? It's not realistic. Okay, like be honest by yourself. Try to create a better angle. Look at how I use my knee against his leg, create better angle. I lean back, and now it's easier to pound. Okay, so try to train it like this, because that's the way how you're gonna be able to release that control in your biceps. Okay? Do you guys have any questions so far? So Yes. No, I don't. That's something, that's the misunderstanding I explained in the beginning of the class. I just push when I feel he's smashing me too much, then I push. I want to maintain him like here, but I don't want him here. Okay? Because what happened is, if I start to push my partner too much towards this way, and the person find a way to palm this leg, you off the fence. Okay, I can long step, I can knee cut, I can start to attack you right away. You don't want your leg drop. You want to make your leg like a wall here. Like you step strong in the hips and maintain your knee in your hips line. So your knee needs to be in your hips line. Every time your knee passes your hips line, so it's easier to start to drop this leg down. Okay? Anything else, guys? Coach Philip asked me a question about last week. He asked me why I don't bring the grip more towards the collar. It's not wrong, okay, guys? Like, keep that in mind. No control. But what happens is this. Sometimes when you fight somebody with a lot of experience, when you pull the grip close to the collar, the person, you get that grip, deep grip, and they're going to start to put your back off the floor. Like they're going to start to pulling you up here. And in this case, it's really hard to work collar and sleeve. You know? So I prefer, like when I break, I prefer to leave the grip a little bit lower in my hips. Because that way, if the person grab my collar, it's going to be a shallow grip. It's not going to be deep enough to put my back off the floor. It's making me way more comfortable. You know, and most of the time, the person's going to grab her belt. You're not going to feel any pressure in your upper body. You're going to feel like the person has a grip, but it's not going to be any pressure in your upper body. Okay, again, it's not wrong. Bring it up, especially if you want to like overextend to go to the attack. But to control, I feel it's better maintain more like a down close to the hips. Okay? What happened now is this, look. Imagine your partner win this palmly motion and the person control your leg. What happened here is this, guys. Look, I have the foot in the hips, I have the grip in the collar, but I don't have nothing to frame on top of him. If Jason just do a Toriano pass now, Toriano pass, so he's going to end up in my side. Okay? So, if he's palming and he start to isolate my leg between his legs, so look, he go X pass, boom, go X pass, he can start to control my leg between his legs, and he start to go knee cut. I'm going to be off frames, okay? What I want and what I think is one of the most important things about the collar sleeve is this, look, that's what I want you guys to add now. When the person wins this battle here, he's a win and you start to place your leg between the legs, right away you need to play with the shallow lasso. Okay, the foot you have in the hips, right away go over and you start to play with the shallow lasso. If you guys notice, I'm going to try to create a pocket to my heel, right here on his collar. Look how my knee is not open, my knee is close to my chest. Okay, it's not like a true lasso, like a deep lasso, it's a shallow lasso. Okay, I'm going to place my heel right here in his pocket, and I'm going to keep the grip in the collar. What this does is this. If Jason tries to smash me now, or if he's trying to turn on the pass, I have something to push and recompose my guard. It's a frame. Okay? So he's winning that battle. He starts to isolate my leg between his legs. Right away, I go here. Even if he's not jump over my leg, if he's just control, right away I go here. I need to do this to protect my guard. Okay? When the person jump over leg, I want this now, guys. Look, you guys gonna rock yourself a little bit up, and you guys gonna try to load in the person a little bit over you with the grip that I have and the heel that I have in the pocket. I put myself a little bit up, and I start to loading him over me, look. When his weight is more over me, I'm gonna transfer his weight to the side to try to make him pulse the leg on the floor and replace my foot on his biceps again. Because it's not good to play collar sleeve with the leg between your partner's leg. So I pull him over and I off balance him to the side. In the moment I off balance him to the side, I step on the biceps and I come back to the control. Okay? Now I'm gonna explain to you guys how to guys isolate your partner's shoulder, and then I'm gonna explain better the attacks after. Okay? What I'm gonna do now is this, guys. I'm gonna bring my knee to the inside to break the grip that he has. Make any grip, guys. So look, I'm gonna place my knee inside and I'm gonna use my hips to break the grip. When I break the grip, I start to pull his arm more towards to my pocket. I step on his hips and I start to isolate his shoulder. I wanna be in this position. Okay, look how my knee apply a lot of pressure against his shoulder. My foot is still in the hips and his hands is more in my pocket now. Okay, in my opinion, that's the best attack you can create. Because if you create this situation here, if you learn how to isolate the shoulder, you have all the attacks from bottom position. All the submission attacks, okay? Triangle, omoplata, armbar, kimura, all the attacks, okay? So the drill is gonna look like this now. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more of time, okay? So I pull, he has double pants, I break the control, I start to go corner sleeve, he's palming and he's in here. Right away I go shallow lasso. Okay, let's say now in this case, Jason will start to go super low, Jason, in your knees. More like a down. It don't need to be, it can be your knees, like more like this. So if the person do like that, it's gonna be almost impossible to bring the person over. What I want you guys to do is a shoulder walking. Look. Walk your shoulder pushing with the shallow lasso, and you guys gonna release your leg. Okay, so one more time. So look, I'm not gonna be able to pull him over me in this case. I shoulder walking, using the lasso, the shallow lasso to push, and I step on the biceps, and then I control. So stand up now. Now I go to the attack. I bring my knee to the inside, I break the grip he has, and right away I start to extend him a little bit more with the foot on the hips, and I start to put the hands in the pocket. And now I rise my hips up, and I change the direction. You guys gonna be in this position, look. Okay, same thing you work from close guard, but now it's from open guard. Okay? So just one more time. I pull, I go double collar, I break that grip, I go collar sleeve. He just start to win this battle, right away I go shallow lasso. Whatever he do, if he stay high, I off balance him. When I recompose my guard, I break the grip, and I start to overextend him. Look, I push it with the foot in the hips, and I pull the grip in the collar. So the hands no going here, look, close to my pocket. I using my knuckles against his wrist, and I using my knee against his shoulder. And I get here. Okay, so back and forth, so you guys don't put too much stress on your back. One time each. Any questions? Let's go. Let's go.